Today we are going 600 foot up into the air, trying to get to the summit of the Rochdale Canal. There's a real issue. I mean, there's lock 39, we have to get through that, that's the stoppage, and you can see what the issue is and why it needs work done. The pound up there is so shallow. I don't know how we're going to get enough water to fill up the lock, and how we're going to get enough water into the pound afterwards to get up into the next lock. But we'll see. We can do this. I know we can do this. So Nanny Tomo and Oscar have come to stay, and Oscar is 13. He loves it on the boat. He fell in the canal yesterday as he tried to get onto the boat, and he's just been diagnosed with diabetes, so he's having insulin injections, and he's also got an abscess on his eye. But he's the most gentle, adorable dog, and Zephyr's lending him her bed. But you're a very kind girl. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you for letting Oscar sleep in your bed. Our journey to the summit will see us tackling 10 locks in our ascent, and then a couple of locks going down, in order to be clear of the works that will take place this week. And Littleborough was gorgeous, such a lovely town. Littleborough may have little in its name, but it has everything you'd wish for in a town. It has a butcher's, a baker's, no candlestick makers, but a beautiful church, an interesting round building, charity shops where I stocked up on jumpers, and Zephyr wants to go down here for some reason. Let's find out why. I think I know why. A very well stocked pet shop. Okay, coming into the first lock. I also want to say sorry, because I made a bit of a mistake. I made 2 mistakes in the last vlog. There's no excuse for it. I felt really bad. In fact, I lost sleep over it. A little bit of sleep, not that much. Yeah, so thank you to the local people. Sorry to the local people. I got my Castletons muddled up. The Castleton in here, locally to here, and then the Castleton in the Peak Forest. I got them all muddled up, and I told you that they mine Blue John in this area, and they don't. Maybe they should start doing it. Maybe they will start doing it, and then one day my vlog will be relevant. But the Romans didn't discover Blue John here, so I'm really sorry. If you want to go back over that vlog ever, just ignore me. In fact, really just ignore me for most of the vlogs, because I'm gonna blame the canal. I'm not gonna blame anyone. I'm gonna take responsibility. Always take responsibility. That's what I said to my children growing up. I made a mistake and I'm really sorry. Please, can you forgive me? Was that scary for you at the front?
Not at all, no.
No, really?
No, not really. No, that's quite interesting.
Okay, that's good.
I wouldn't say scary.
Did Oscar wake up at any point?
No, he didn't stir.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Look at this place. So beautiful. Isn't that lovely? The mallards are hanging out with the Canada geese, all friends together. We're not using ropes in these locks as the water comes in, and that's because the chamber walls are full of catch point ridges. So I keep a very close eye on Narrowboat Alice Grace and move her away from any overhanging bricks and dents. There's a ridge. How was that lock?
How was that lock?
I love your coat, by the way.
Oh, really? That's lovely. Honestly, Vanessa, it's lovely.
Really?
I'm used to your driving.
This is very true. Whilst Nanny Tomo was cool as a cucumber, I was all a blancmange, thinking about the shallow and rocky water ahead. Right into the next lock. So this is 45. When we get to 40, that's when the problems start occurring with that shallow pound. Hopefully we won't have any problems before that. This brings back school days. That's what they used to call me at school. Let's have a look at what it looks like this morning. So this is lock 40. It's, oh god, oh my goodness, I've just seen it, oh my goodness. So as that currently stands, there's no way I've got enough water to fill the lock. I mean, you couldn't even fill a bird bath with that amount of water. Look at it. It's great. It's crazy. Look out for this post, because when I see this post, I know that there's all this debris underneath the boat just before you get into that lock. This is the plan. This pound of water ahead, putting that into this lock and emptying it until there's enough water to fill the lock that the boat will come up in, but then to repeat it, because the water would have gone into that lock, to repeat taking water from this pound behind, morning, and filling up this lock and hoping there's enough water up here. Even the graffiti looks worried about it. Might need those horses to pull me through like the old days. As soon as we had let more water into the shallow pounds, I got ready to move Narrowboat Alice Grace slowly up the rocky landscape towards the summit. So this isn't even the really tricky pound, it's a good practice. Got 40, so there's water coming through, which means there must be water in the pound now. The water ahead looked much better as I left the punch bowl and made my way towards lock 39. So centre, real centre, and that last post, remembering there's a great big block of something on this side. Horses are in position, just in case. Come on, Alice, you can do this. It's really weird, because not often when you're moving your boat do you know what's underneath you. It's always a bit of a mystery. Well, I know what's underneath me. Right, we've just gone past the last post. Wow! Done it! But unfortunately, I hadn't quite done it, because the pound above had lost a lot of water, filling up the others. Can't get much further than this, I don't think. really go anywhere. I don't want to force it either. I'm completely stuck. Let's try again. 2 more locks and we'll be at 600 foot above sea level. Before I go through the summit lock, I'm going to take Nanny Tomo for something to eat in the summit pub, and then use the last light to get through the last lock to reach the summit of the Rochdale Canal, the highest point of a broad canal that you can go. I really need to have a drink though. I don't normally drink, but I really need a drink today. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness. So beautiful. The Summit pub is 200 years old and is situated in the village of Summit, which was once called Wilderness, but this name was changed when the canal was built. In fact, the digging of the canal helped to drain the area, which was previously a marshy quagmire.
Cheers.
We couldn't get too comfortable though, as we still had to get to the summit of this canal. And as I wound the paddle with my aching arms of that summit lock, and as Narrowboat Alice Grace rose up inside its chambers, the realisation that we had made it 600 feet above the sea hit me. It's been one small step for Van and one giant leap for mankind.
I feel quite dizzy.
Is that the red wine, I think?
Or the lack of oxygen.
I think it's the red wine you've had in the pub. Alice has been amazing. She's overcome every obstacle, every hurdle that's been thrown her way. Well done, Alice. Congratulations, you've made it to the summit. This is the highest and most northern that we've ever been on Narrowboat Alice Grace. It feels like a completely unique landscape. It's so exciting, I can't wait to explore it. It took a workforce of 500 navvies 10 years to build this, the most heavily locked canal in the country. It was the first Transpennine Canal to open, and it was considered the most difficult one on which to work on at the time. It's definitely been my most difficult canal to navigate so far, but what a privilege and honour it is to be here now, and I'm so grateful to each of the 500 navvies that made it, and all those involved in its restoration. Looking at the deer. in the distance. Can you see them, Zeph? This morning, Zephyr and I are going up there to see how far we can get. God, it's steep. I only just started. And it's steep. I am going slowly because I've got my eyes peeled for anything interesting. First stop is Lower Telburn Reservoir. This reservoir is one of 5 built as a feeder to the Rochdale Canal. It's amazing. Just here we've got a whole tiny world of lichen mosses, and there's a wax cap, and it's really interesting about wax caps because you can do a survey at the moment, because a wax cap growing is a sign of an ancient meadow and grassland, which is really good for habitat and gathering and storing carbon. And then look at this. Look. There's a whole load of these wax caps. It's amazing. It's a whole clump of it. You can see why it gets its name. Beautiful colour is the bellheather. It's gorgeous. I found pixie cup lichen and wax caps, and what have you found? Go and get it. Go and show everyone what you found. Go and get it, Zeph. It's the same colour as the wax cap. That's a lower one down there. And it was then that I saw something totally unexpected. Wow. I just can't believe I've just seen a bar now. My photography was appalling. I was just so excited and shaking the camera around, but it was a bar now. It was 100% a bar now. I cannot believe it. They're flying away from the owl. Just saw the owl go over the top of the rocks there. I actually saw the barn owl try and take a meadow pipit whilst they were both in flight. It wasn't successful, but the pipits were very jumpy and hypervigilant afterwards. Zephyr is the same colour as the grass. Zeph! There she is. I bet that tastes amazing, doesn't it, Zeph? Is that the freshest water you've ever drunk? Nice. Before I do my journal today, I've just got a little announcement to make. It's only a little announcement. Just to tell you that I have restocked the shop. Some of you have asked me about buying the journals, and also I've got a new product as well. So you can buy the 2022 book, you can buy the 2023 book, and I've also got a brand new calendar for this 2025 year coming. And it's like a snapshot of the journal in here, some of my favourite moments so far. I'm hoping in the new year, January time, to get this book out. I've got a few more entries to make to take me up to the end of this year, and then hopefully I'll get all the pages scanned and I'll get it printed and then in the shop in January. So that's just a little announcement just to let you know, because I know some of you have asked. If you have supported my little Etsy business, then thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You don't have to buy a book, but I'm just letting some people know because some of you have asked. Thank you so much. Sip of tea. I always have a sip of tea. Well, I always drink the whole tea before I start drawing. And eat the chocolate today. It's chocolate today. Hands that were digging for a living with blister and blood, knee deep in the mire, piled higher and higher as they dug in the moorland and mud. 10 years they persisted, backs sore, raw and twisted, giving the water its rise, a 30 times 20 in feet making entry as black and white gates to the skies. The reflections of heathers, hilltops and feathers of owl on its pipit prow flight, in that cut down below, which those hands long ago gifted to us through their plight.